Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and hoping, fingers crossed, that we're finally at the point that we did get Dragon Summer Journey Rewards 2, which means we could finally see the very last copy of that that version of Gwen that we want, the Draconic version of Gwen. Overall, it has been an incredibly tedious process of getting these heroes. And of course, we do need Melion. We do need more copies of Melion. Now, overall, when it comes to building out these heroes, we are starting to see Melion actually being used in a bunch of your PvP formations, so actually having some utility in there, being run with Hilduin, being run with Gwen, being run in a couple different scenarios. Now, as you notice, this hero is already at Mythic, but we have a long ways to build this hero. Then, of course, once we do get Gwen, this last copy, which I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, today is going to be the day that we're going to see that one. Then we're going to have the ability to actually take her up to Ascended. Still need 3 more copies of Hilduin, which will still get 1 for free. 2 more copies, or essentially 3 more copies of Gwen at that point to get that 1 star on there to do the engraving. Then, of course, Melion, the exact same, got to get more copies of the heroes. So literally the Draconic heroes and the budgeting for these heroes is still astronomical. Now, when it comes to our merchant tab, we did have the ability to pick up a few more things in here in the advanced ship, which, of course, looking on here, this is our new beast that we have. And of course, it is really cool. If you've seen the post from AFK Arena this morning about the beast, this beast specifically, really, really cool to see the Pyrocrest Ibis or Ibis. There is a conservation for it that AFK Arena is putting on. So we, of course, are going to pick it up. I believe it's 99 cents. And if you're free to play, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get it. But you can also see that we have a copy right here. That's right. We get 1 single free insignia in addition. Now, of course, we're not going to buy these. Just the sheer price of them, we don't want them, and getting the free copies. Building out land right now, going to be impossible. I am not putting the time and effort, or really, quite frankly, the money into building out the hero himself. Then, of course, looking at our Dragon Forge Trials, we are in level 10. Level 10, we're not even touching it at this point. All right, guys, so we got 2 summons with diamonds. We have 17 of our scrolls. Let's see. Again, we are putting just a Melion in here. Let's see if we can get some more copies of this hero. And of course, guys, the cost of these heroes, like I said earlier, is really, really high. So no copy there. Oh, so look at that, guys. And a double right there. And it is neither copy that we need. But let's go in here just for these regular scrolls, because I'm hoping we can get 1 or 2 more copies. Now, of course, we do need a multitude of copies to get this hero built. And I'm also hoping by some chance that maybe that very, very, very slim chance that we do have the opportunity to pull some of the highborn Draconic heroes in here, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Looks like it's not going to be anything else that we're getting out of here. And of course, looking at 16, still looking at Gwen. Is today going to be the day? It might not be the day, guys. I can't even tell you how many summons we have put in here now. We have 6 more. Could we see 1 single pull to finally get the hero? And of course, at this point, utilizing the hero and really having the hero up to Ascended, putting all of the stats from the furniture on there, is a really, really big game changer. There it is. There it is. We got it. I guess, really, honestly, if you summon long enough, you're going to get the copy. And there is the copy that we need of Gwen, which, again, is kind of crazy that it literally took that many summons over, the last couple weeks to get those. And of course, Melion, unfortunately, no more summons in there for the heroes that we're looking for, but that will take and give us the ability to move Gwen up to that Ascended. Now, there's another copy of Cassius. Now, Cassius, we know, is already at 5 stars. We already do have Cassius maxed out, which means that bonus copy, you can see both of these are maxed out, but the bonus copy, or the extra copy that we have right there, is going to be what we're going to be utilizing for food for these Draconic heroes moving forward. Now, there is Legendary Plus. And finally, guys, there is the Ascended version. I'm going to have to take a minute just to look at this, because, of course, max level going to 240. We know that she's already in the Resonating Crystal, but that is going to give us the ability to actually put the furniture. And looking at the storeroom, looking at the Oaken, we have been just stockpiling her furniture in there for an incredible amount of time. So let's hop over to number 8. And this is our 4th Draconic hero that we have. So putting her in here, boom, this hero moves, they'll be bound to the room. There we go. So the hero is there. We're going to go ahead and spend a couple diamonds, which we do have a little bit left here. And you can see she is right there being greeted. She's going to take the elevator up to her new home right here. Then, of course, we're going to drop the furniture on her. Look at her taking the elevator all the way up. Let's go to the recommended. We're going to put her where all of the other heroes are. Optimize, and boom, that takes her immediately to that 9 of 9 furniture, which is really cool. Now, I believe that we have a few extra pieces here. So let me see what our stats are in here. Strengthening, crit rating. Now, crit rating, that is pretty strong. Physical pierce, ooh, that is a good one as well. And then we have insight. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go with the physical pierce. Now, of course, the way to strengthen these, or how to kind of systematically, is building them one by one. Physical pierce, of course, going to add a lot more damage on there for the hero itself. Now, right now, poke coins, I'm going to save them because we know, as always, we see this really forever. There's more heroes coming down the pipeline. We're going to see more heroes as we continue to kind of go through here and swap them out. Now, looking at the storeroom, that empties out a lot of it. I mean, 1, 2, 3 for Lameleon. We already have 1. We have 3 for Polina. As we slowly build them, as we continue to make progression with these heroes, we're going to continue building them out like we always have in AFK Arena, doing the recycles, doing the swaps, doing everything that we need to take and really move all these heroes to 5 stars. But again, looking at Meleon specifically, it is a hero that I might have to go in here and use some of the food. So I might use copies of Polina to actually build up Meleon. But of course, once we do get Meleon to that point, we do need 4 more copies, which we have 2 right here. I'm going to have to see exactly what it looks like looking at Gorgie, but also getting Meleon built out quite a bit, putting the furniture on there. And of course, depending on where we land with every other aspect of this game, we can absolutely build them up. Now, looking at our levels, we are at 9, 11. Crazy the amount of levels that we're gaining on here. And I wonder if the Elder Tree, maybe with the Elder Tree, no, we are not up there. That's okay. We're very close to leveling up the Elder Tree. Now, of course, when it comes to building out the Elder Tree, when it comes to having enough essence, at this point, we have enough. Now, in here, of course, going to build out another time emblem. We have Eugene built in here. We also do have the time emblems in here. Rest of this, we're really just saving to finish out the gear for Shuna and also finish out the gear for Rimuru. Then, of course, we don't need any of our essence anymore. So I don't know what I'm going to do in this store. In here, we're just slowly building everything out, poke coins. But of course, looking at this, we have, what, 10,000 elemental cores already. Challenger store, it is red chest all day long. But even looking at the events that we have in the Treasure Scramble, 46, guys, that is probably one of the absolute lowest ranks that I have had in a long time. But like I was saying earlier, when you start looking at a multitude of teams, it's at the point where we're starting to see a lot more copies. Right there is Meleon, right there is Hildwyn. But we're starting to see the utility and really the viability, because even when you start going into a lot of different game modes, the Curse Realm, the Nightmare Corridor, again, when it comes to some of these newer heroes and looking at a few of these teams, I believe even a few of these right there is Lan, right there is Meleon, and then right there is Gwen. So when you start thinking of the multitude of teams that we have within this game, they are starting to be used. And of course, with the buffing that we see with Meleon, specifically for the Draconic heroes, they are really making a difference in a bunch of different places, which unfortunately, the sheer cost, they need to examine it. They really need to look at it and figure out exactly what this cost is going to look like. But for me personally, guys, that is going to do it for today. And also, I'm super stoked that we finally built out Gwen. We've had the furniture on there. 10 pieces of furniture already, and with the damage that she's putting out, honestly, I'm going to strengthen a lot of her furniture. Going to keep her in there because, of course, very similar, a little bit weaker than what we see with the Awakened heroes, but we're going to have to see who's coming down the pipeline and what heroes are coming next. But all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.